In Habakkuk 2, 6 through 8. I read this in a different video, actually. It was in amongst more scripture, but I just wanted to separate this out. And also, one of the words in here, when translated alternatively, differently, makes even more sense. And yeah. Woe to him who increases what is not his, for how long, and makes himself. So this translation says rich with loans. Another way is heavy with loans. The literal translation is actually heavy with loans, and I think that makes more sense here. So, woe to him who increases what is not his, for how long, and makes himself heavy with loans. Will not your creditors rise up suddenly, and those who collect from you awaken? Indeed, you will become plunder for them. Because you have looted many nations, all the remainder of the peoples will loot you. So this is talking to the Chaldeans generally. The Chaldeans were going around conquering all these nations and looting them. And so, yeah, so it's saying like the people are going to come loot you now. And also from him saying, makes himself heavy with loans, to me, that is indicating that Babylon, Chaldea, was doing what we do here in America, where we are borrowing money to buy things that we don't really need, that make our life easier. And there's a difference between good debt and bad debt. And so I used to teach a money camp for kids. It was actually my favorite job ever. But in there, we would teach them the difference between assets and liabilities, good debt and bad debt. And good debt is when you are borrowing to buy an asset, which is going to make you more money. Bad debt, it was in you're borrowing to buy a liability. So assets put money into your pocket, liabilities take money out of your pocket. Anything that you buy that is putting money into your pocket, like a rental house, for example, is an asset. Things that take money out of your pocket, like the house that you live in, or a car, or if you buy a computer or a TV or a stereo system, any of those things that you buy on credit is bad debt. And so this is what this is talking about here, this passage. Woe to him who increases what is not his. If you're buying that stuff on credit, it's not actually yours. So you're increasing what's not his. For how long? It makes himself heavy with loans. Will not your creditors rise up suddenly, and those who collect from you awaken? Indeed, you will become plunder for them. So just a warning here. I mean, this is God's warning to the Chaldeans, and I would say it's also a warning for us, for the U.S. as a whole. We are crazy in debt, as we all know, and it is unsustainable. And yeah, I don't know if it's possible to fix, honestly. And also, as individuals, we have not been taught how to manage our money. The Bible is full, so full of lessons on how to manage money. When I was in high school and college, and I still do this actually, but I had a different Bible in high school and college, and whenever I saw any verses about money, I would put a $sign in the margin, and they are all over the place. There's so much wisdom in here. So many churches, the way that they teach about money is basically, just trust God, pray for it, he'll provide, or the prosperity people are like, command it to come into existence, command your debts to go away. Personally, I think God would like us to actually learn how to be good stewards and walk in wisdom with money. And he tells us how to do that in the Bible. Actually, there's tons of instruction on it. So And this is one of those instructions in Habakkuk 2 where he's saying, don't buy stuff that you don't like. Don't buy liabilities that's taking money out of your pocket on credit. Don't borrow to have those things. Yeah. So it's a dangerous place to be in. Anyway, that is the lesson on money from Habakkuk.